Hey everyone, welcome back to the Book Brood.
Today we're doing a Top 5 Wednesday, and today's subject is Top 5 Gateway Books to your favorite genre. And Top 5 Wednesday is a Goodreads group. We'll leave the information down below.
Yep.
And I'll go ahead and get started with my favorite suggestion into the genre of science fiction. It is Rendezvous with Rama by Arthur C. Clarke. This is about a mysterious spaceship that just flies around Earth, and Earth just scrambles to try and figure out as much as they can about it while it's hanging out in the solar system. And it's just an adventure of discovery from there. Very great book that turns into a wonderful series.
Very good. I don't have a favorite genre, but I went with fantasy. A couple of these are middle grade, including Harry Potter, and everyone knows what that's about. It's awesome.
Go Hufflepuff.
He's a Hufflepuff.
So is J.K. Rowling.
I married a Hufflepuff. I'm so excited about that.
I'm glad you're excited. My next one is Ender's Game. This is a very easy read. That's very exciting.
I'm sorry I make fun of your Hufflepuff status so much. It's cute. It's adorable.
Of course I'm cute and adorable.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Anyway, Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. Very easy novel to read. Very a nice main character that you get attached to very quickly. Or his siblings, like Heidi got very attached to
I
his
have a
siblings more
problem
than
with
me.
anti-heroes and creepy. I guess he's not even an anti-hero. He's just
He's not in that book.
creepy, villainous person. Okay, the next middle grade I have is Garth Nix. I'm not sure what this series is called, but the first one is Sabriel. And in this one, the magic system is based on sound, and the wielders of this magic wear like a vest thing with different bells with different like pitches of sound, and I really enjoyed it, and I do need to reread this soon because that was awesome.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
My next one is another by Arthur C. Clarke, and this is Childhood's End. A lot of people would argue this is his most famous work. It is very good story. It's very short. This has to do with a much more wider, kind of headier sci-fi elements in it, or subject matter, and really has a just very powerful ending. It affects people in many different ways. So I suggest reading it.
Awesome. The next one is the King Killer Trilogy. Yes, I got that. By Patrick Rothfuss. Only 2 of them are out so far, so be warned. Most of us have been waiting far too long for the next one that'll probably never come out. Much like Game of Thrones. Anyways, this is a series about a boy, and he's telling his life story when he went to university and learned how to do magic and did his adventuring and stuff, and he becomes a very well-known, well-loved, well-hated
Adventure.
figure.
He kind of becomes famous under different names, almost even in different parts of the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very curious and fun. My next one is Ursula K. Le Guin's The Left Hand of Darkness. I recommend this to people that want to start out with a much more human level story, character story of sci-fi. This takes place on a world where it is a genderless society, but they reproduce by having a mating cycle once a month where one becomes female, one becomes male, and they get it on. This is a story about a more Earth kind of based human, regular human, visiting there and essentially trying to convince them that he's from another planet. And so, very, very touching story, too.
Awesome. Okay, the next one I have is the Night Angel Trilogy by Brent Weeks. And I have 1 and 3, apparently. This was a good introduction to assassin fantasy. I enjoyed that aspect. There was a little boy, and he becomes an apprentice and learns to assassinate people, and there's a whole adventure that goes along with it.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed these.
She just ate it up, the whole trilogy.
I did.
Just Boom.
I could not get into Brent Week's other trilogy, the Black Prism or the something Prism.
Dark Prism, Black Prism, something like that. Yeah.
But
And my last one is a very famous novel, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. This is one that, in a very entertaining way, will introduce you to a lot of common reoccurring themes in science fiction, like explaining how the technology works, but doing it in a very satirical manner. But it can, get you used to those kind of plot elements or subject elements in science fiction, and it can be introduced to you with British humor.
because of the British humor, I love that on audiobook because
Stephen Fry does an audiobook of this, and it is hilarious.
Yeah. Okay, last but certainly not least, my favorite fantasy trilogy. This is the Broken Empire trilogy, including Prince of Thorns, King of Thorns, Emperor of Thorns. And this is amazing if you like bloodthirsty, moral-less, sociopathic, characters who are hell-bent and determined to become king of the world.
All right.
So this was good.
All right, everyone. And that was our top 5 gateway books to our favorite genre.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and give us some comments, likes, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.